What's going on, family? Coach Christian here. I hope you're all doing wonderful. In the super quick video, I want to give you a quick hands-on walkthrough of what's up, family. Coach Christian here. In this super quick video, I'm gonna open that breakdown walkthrough. What's up, family? Coach Christian here. I hope you are doing wonderful. In this super quick video training, we're going to walk through the exact structure that we use in our clients' meal plan so that they average about 20 pounds of weight loss in 8 weeks. So frankly, you could have all the weight loss results you want with zero confusion and more consistency, and frankly, have a better experience with food and health and fitness. Couple of things. I'm going to fly through this material. I know that nutrition is just generally dense and there's so much information. And my goal in everything that we do is just to drive you guys to make some really, really simple decisions that have clarity so that you can just go take action. So this is purely about helping you take the next right action so you can have the results you want. At the end of this, if you have some questions and you frankly need a little bit more clarity or just want more specific help around your relationship to food, I'll show you where to get it. But in the meantime, just stay locked in with me. If you could grab a notebook, a pen, pause the video, particularly as we start talking about, calories and stuff, because I'm going to show you guys the equation of how to know exactly how much to eat for yourself. Other than that, guys, let's get to work. So here's the problem we're looking to solve. When I think about the people that we serve in our high performance project and frankly, our nutrition program, there are really two big problems. And really, frankly, it's all around what we've been taught about health and fitness and weight loss around nutrition. So when we meet a client who's looking to lose weight, the first thing that, frankly, we're taught to do is go find a diet. Here's the issue with diets. Diets are restrictions, right? So if you think about what a diet is, essentially, it's just a style of not eating certain foods. I'm just trying to be straight to the point as I possibly can be. If you tell me you're eating keto, it just means you don't eat carbs. If you tell me you're vegan, it means you don't eat meat. If you tell me you're pescatarian, it means you don't eat land animal meat, or fowl or poultry. So the idea there is, those are all restrictions, but they don't clarify for you in any way at all what should you be eating. It doesn't make it any clearer for you how to walk to your fridge and confidently put a plate together that's actually designed to get you where you want to go. So you're just restricting. And the problem is at the end of that restriction, all you can do is restrict more, right? The best case scenario if you lose weight on a diet is that you could keep doing it forever, but you never actually learn how to engage food in a positive way. So the upside is obviously if you're doing a diet, it helps you take action. It's very simple, so you can start doing it right away. The other problem we find people run into is we get so locked up in overwhelm of information, right? So, there's all this information about, paleo diets, and there's gluten, and there's organic food, and there's all this conversation, right? And so, another group of clients that we serve, frankly, came to us because they're in this washing machine of learning and almost have a minor in nutrition. But no matter how much you read or learn about dieting and nutrition, frankly, none of it's actually designed to turn into a step-by-step action plan for you. So the downside is if you start to consume so much information because there's something that you need to learn about how to engage in a positive way, you don't take any action. And frankly, information does not equal transformation. And our goal for you is transformation. Our goal for you is just to learn exactly what you need to do for you in your life to have the results that you want. And that's what we want to work on. So let's talk about the opportunity. What does it look like when we get this right? Frankly, it's just smooth sailing. Like imagine if you just got up this morning and were able to walk to your fridge and put breakfast together, whatever that looks like for you, and knew exactly how much oatmeal it was, how many slices of toast, how many egg whites, and there wasn't any stress around it. It was just what you do every day. When you get to that point where you have super clarity on what a supportive plate of food looks like for you, and you can eat the food that's normal for you, then really it's not work anymore. It's just really straightforward when you focus on skills. Now, second thing is, what if, beyond having a conversation about jumping on restrictions for, diets and weight loss, like what if you weren't restricted and now we could actually move on from, I'm going to get to a weight that I want. I'm going to feel amazing. Like what if, we were able to actually figure out what the right combination and volume of food was to make your body energetic, to make yourself really feel happy and energetic, and you could move and You don't have this experience of, oh my God, I finished work. I know I need to work out, but I want to go to sleep and I want to get up and make breakfast because I'm so tired. Because a lot of that time, that fatigue comes from, frankly, malnutrition, from metabolic slowdown, from all of these crash diets that we've put ourselves through over an extended period of time. Frankly, is a really it's just malnutrition, frankly. So we can flip the script and say, let's get you to your goal weight and get you to the version of you that has a lot of energy, that has really healthy hair, skin, nails, sex drive, everything. You just fill you with life. So let's talk about how to do that. So I want to talk about the 3 keys, which are really just simple action orientation to make this happen, do it really, really well, and frankly, be able to leave this really short video with something that you can go apply right now that's going to basically serve you the rest of your life.
Want to rethink restriction. So a really ironic thing about the way we talk about nutrition in the health and fitness space, there's almost the idea always being perpetuated that no pain, no gain, right? And this is moved all the way through from the workout floor to actual nutrition. And so there's a sense where if you do nothing but eat salad and chicken, or salad and fish, or salad and tuna, that you're going to have all of these amazing fat loss results. And or if you just eat clean, then what's going to happen is you're just going to lose weight, and that's how it works. And so your problem is all of the amazing food that you grew up on as a kid is now somehow toxic for your metabolism, and you can't ever eat it again. And the ironic thing about the idea of eating clean and just eating healthier is that it doesn't work. So if you look at this chart here, on the right hand side you have a Caesar chicken salad from the Cheesecake Factory at 1,500 calories, and on the left hand side you have 3 slices of a medium pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut, which actually comes out to 750 calories. If you don't believe me, you can just Google search this yourself, right? So what happens is we find a lot of people who don't get really, really specific about, frankly, what they want from their relationship to food will just say, hey, I'm just going to eat clean, because they don't want to take the time out to really think about what their body's needs are. And what happens is they'll just go get the Caesar salad, and frankly, they'd have been better off eating the pizza and probably would have enjoyed their life a little more eating pizza. Now, I am not at all saying that, your meal should be 750 calories each, or you should have 3 slices of pizza for weight loss. But I do want to make clear that if your idea is, you're just going to restrict your weight down, you're going to find that your body does not know the difference between pizza and salad. Like, there's not really a huge difference in terms of, the way your body understands food. It just breaks it down and uses it for energy. Obviously, there's minerals and vitamins, and that's a different conversation. But just in terms of weight loss, your body frankly doesn't care, right? It's calories, it's energy, and it needs to be metabolized. And so at the end of the day, it's really, really important for you to lose the mindset of, I need to do this thing that's hard and it requires more discipline. Because if you go that way, I guarantee you're not going to be successful in that long term. All right, so second, we want to master your macros. Now, a macronutrient just means what is the amount of energy that you are putting on your plate when you eat it. Frankly, all of the weight loss or weight gain is based on how much energy you're taking in, and frankly, how much energy you're using. Now, the body's more complicated than that, but just for simplicity's sake, it's really important to, number one, give your body enough energy where it's not. Second, we want to master our macros. Now, when we aren't paying attention, we'll do one of 2 things. I think most of the people we meet are frankly just really, really under eating, and your body has a calculator in it. Your brain releases a hormone called leptin that lets your body know when you aren't giving it enough calories for your metabolism to be able, frankly, to burn as many calories as it's capable of doing. Second is mastering your macros. So your body has a calculator in it. And frankly, it does one calculation. It's measuring how many calories you're eating on a regular basis versus how much energy you're getting from your metabolism. So if you think of the job of your metabolism is to break down fat and break down the energy in your food and give you energy to do what you do every day, right? So your brain is always calculating, am I burning more calories than I'm taking in? And when that gap is too big, your brain starts to slow down your metabolism out of fear that it's going to die, right? So your body does not know the difference between losing 10 pounds and starvation. Frankly, it's the same process with more or less time. Okay. So what happens is if you are frankly just eating in an unconscious way, which means you get up, you go to work, you work early, you work, you run after the kids, you do all the stuff, and then you get home and have one big bowl of food. What's happening there is your body doesn't feel safe to burn as many calories as it's capable of. And this is frankly the root of a lot of issues people are having metabolically. When you were a kid, you ate pretty regularly, and frankly, when people have success in health and fitness, if you look at like your influencers and the people you follow around health and fitness, and you look at their Instagram and watch what they eat on a regular basis, they're eating all of the time. Now, that doesn't mean you have to, but it does mean there's a sweet spot of calories where your body feels really, really healthy and safe to let your metabolism do all of the cool, amazing things that it's capable of doing. Without giving you so many calories you gain weight. So you want to master your macros, and it's actually very, very simple. I'm going to give it to you in the simplest form so you can just go take action, and then I'll leave room for questions. So let's take a little. Now, this is an awesome calculator. It's actually on the bodybuilding website, but frankly, don't ignore that. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. This is just they just do it really, really well. So this is a macronutrient calculator, and all you do is you put your information in like I'm doing now, and what it's going to do is it's actually going to tell you basically how many calories you should eat, and then out of those calories, how many should come from carbs, which is pasta, bread, rice, fruit, juices, things of that nature. How many should come from proteins, which is chicken and fish? How many should come from fat, which is oils, seeds, butters, nuts? So you have clarity about how to put a plate together. So it's really, really easy. So I'm putting my goal, which I'm going to say is to lose weight. It's not really. I'm going to say I'm very active. I work out 6 to 7 times a week. And when I hit calculate here, let's see where the results are. Perfect. So I need 290 grams of protein a day, 290 carbs a day, and 64 grams of fat a day. And that is my total calories. And so this would be an ideal way for me to lose weight. So I could literally just put this in MyFitnessPal or any calorie counting app, and literally could just get started today, logging my food and seeing where my daily food puts me in relationship to this, which brings me to point number 3. Point 3 is we want to drink the coffee, not the beans, right? So let's walk through this. We've already talked about the importance of not restricting, right? So let's think about your life. If you are a person who eats 3 meals a day, because breakfast, lunch, and dinner is supported for you, and you're tracking your calories, you got your calories, your proteins, your carbs, your fats are all in order. You're using MyFitnessPal. Or let's say you're a person who eats 2 times a day or 1 time a day, but you're tracking your calories, you have all these set up, and you're eating the food that's normal for you, right? And you're tracking the food that's normal for you, the food that you grew up on, the food that's always in your fridge, the food that you eat together at the table with your family, and you've got an app or calorie counter to help you get clear about, what you're currently getting and, what you're currently giving to your body in terms of nutrition versus what it wants from you to really flourish and have your metabolism be free. Now, the last step is I don't want you guys to get caught up. A big mistake is to get caught up in the tool, right? So what we generally want to focus on is let's get 100 days of learning what choices that you need to make around the food you're currently eating, how to portion it so that you start to hit those numbers consistently. After that, it's important to throw the calorie counter away, right? And the point is, I want you to drink the coffee, not the beans. Like, MyFitnessPal and calorie counting apps are all a means, and the ends that we're looking to get you to is frankly the ability to open your fridge and have a lot of clarity about what a plate looks like for you. And that doesn't mean every day you wake up and you open your app and you use the app while you're walking through the grocery store. Number 3. So I want you guys to drink the coffee, not the beans. So what's the point of all of this, right? We've just covered the idea of how important it is to not restrict. I want you to be able to eat the food that's in your fridge, the food that you grew up on, and be able to articulate that into plates that are supported for your end goal. So if you've got that piece covered and you've recognized and you've committed to, I'm going to eat the food that most fits me, that feels great for me in the way that most fits within my lifestyle, but I'm going to make sure that my body's getting what it needs. And we get clear about that by going over to, that macro calculator, putting your information in and immediately getting spits out for you how many proteins, carbs, and fats you need. Really super quick, straightforward. The third step is I don't want you guys to drink the beans, right? You want to drink the coffee, not the beans. And what I mean by that is, the whole idea of having, a MyFitnessPal calorie counter, counting these macros, is to familiarize you with the skill of plate building. Eventually, if you're a person who's maybe you're West Indian, you've eaten rice and chicken and white fish your whole life, you should eventually know how many cups of rice, how many ounces of chicken, and how that looks on a plate, so you can learn what that looks like on a plate and stop using the calorie counter. So this is the last step in the process, right? You start with getting aware about what am I currently doing in terms of my habits with my body. What should I generally be eating? Like, how much does my body personally need? And you want to answer that question by, getting your body what it needs through the food that's normal for you, and you've measured it. But after you've done 100 days of, putting it in MyFitnessPal and measuring it out and putting it on a plate, then you do away with the tool, because the skill you ultimately want is the skill of plate building. You want the skill of getting up in the morning and knowing, all right, I want oatmeal today, and it's this many cups of oatmeal, and it's this many egg whites, and it's this many vegetables, if that's what you choose to eat. And the moment you have mastery over your fridge, you can look however you want. Now, I said earlier that if you guys have questions around nutrition, or hey Christian, like, I just like someone to open my fridge and walk through this process with me so they can tell me, hey, how many cups, like, how does this look like for me? I'll show you guys how we do it. So in our program, we use aids, right? Where basically we would come in and say, what are your calories? What are your protein, carbs, and your fats? And then we could digest that down and saying, how many ounces of chicken breast and rice and pasta does that look like for you? And you could literally walk through a flow chart of, okay, this many ounces of that, this many tablespoons of that, this many carbs, this many vegetables, and put a whole plate together, just walking right through this flow chart. So if you think you want something that specific, what I want you to do is you can hop in the comments, put Coach Me, hop back in the messenger, put Coach Me, and we can put one of these together for you and show you what that looks like. We also use our nutrition coaches who are in our program to basically look at pictures. We take pictures of your food, we hop in, we look at those pictures with you just to make sure that you're actually executing it appropriately. And maybe you're in a space where, frankly, you haven't really focused on taking the time out to really pay attention to yourself, to really meal prep consistently. So maybe you have some habits that you just need the habit of, starting to eat more. Having someone that's going to basically see everything you eat and you're going to take these pictures means they'll reach out to you and make sure, frankly, that you're doing the right thing. So if that sounds like support you need, hop back in the messenger, put Coach Me in messenger, and we'll hop out and we'll have a conversation about it. Or you can put that in the comments below. I hope this was crazy helpful for you. Have an amazing day.